Astroferret here. We have no major aspects to discuss today, Saturday the 1st of August, so I'm taking this opportunity to say a quick word about birth charts and houses. I'm aware that many of my listeners and subscribers are knowledgeable about astrology, but for those of you who are new to real astrology, a basic understanding of your birth chart, the houses of your birth chart, and the signs on the houses will enable you to get so much more out of the daily astroferret forecast. This will help you to see which areas of your life are going to be activated by the general energies and influences that we discuss every day. Of course, the best thing to do is to have a birth chart reading with me or any good astrologer who will explain all of that and so much more. But in the meantime, it is possible to download a free birth chart from the internet. A good site with this free service is astro.com. You enter in your place, date, and time of birth, and the chart is automatically calculated. Let me show you an example. This is the birth chart of Oprah Winfrey, the American spiritual topics broadcaster. A birth chart or natal chart is a map of the sky at the moment she was born. A birth chart, an amazing picture of the native. It is a blueprint of her potential in this lifetime, and it's an inexhaustible mine of information. However, today I just intend to do a quick tour of the chart to indicate the key basic meanings of the houses. As this is a celestial map, the east over here is where the sun rises, and the west is over here on the right where the sun sets. And this horizontal line across the chart represents the horizon. As we can see, when Oprah was born at 4:30 in the morning, the sun was down here below the horizon. It was nighttime. We can also see that the moon over here is about to rise, about to cross the horizon and become visible. The chart is divided into segments called houses. They're not actual physical divisions of any kind. It's a system devised by astrologers which allows them to understand distinct areas of life experience. Houses are numbered 1 to 12, and they begin with this house here on the left. The first house describes personality and outlook, the physical body, and the appearance. Notice that Oprah has the sign Sagittarius on the cusp of the first house. This corresponds well with her fascination with belief systems and consciousness, her desire to explore and teach about different international teachings on spiritual matters. It describes her intellectual curiosity and her expansive, friendly, open manner. The second house here corresponds to money, assets, and resources, as well as a sense of self-worth. Capricorn on this cusp suggests she has a serious and responsible attitude to money and the capacity and desire to work for it. She probably had to work hard on building her self-esteem and self-worth at some point. The third house here is about communication, the local neighborhood, early education, short distance travel, as well as being the house of siblings, cousins, and neighbors. Oprah has the sun here. She's a born communicator, born to shine in this area. And Kazemi Venus, next to the sun, reflects her warm and attractive character. The fourth house here concerns family and home. It would also describe land and property, as well as being one of the parental houses. Most often, the fourth house describes the father. Oprah has Pisces on this cusp. This could describe a desire to create a home that is a peaceful and spiritual retreat space. It might very well be ideally next to water. Pisces on this cusp might also indicate having to deal with losing a parent by death or other separation in early life. The fifth house here is about children, creativity, and self-expression. The fifth house is about all kinds of fun, socializing, holidays, hobbies, sport, romance, and flirting. They all belong here. The sixth house describes our daily habits and routines. It is the key house describing our health. The sixth house also deals with employment, with being an employer or an employee. The seventh is the house of partnership and relationship. It's not just about spouses and romantic partners, but business partnerships too. And it can indicate our competitors in any sphere. The eighth house up here is all about shared finances. It's about money and assets that are associated with others. This could be money shared with partners, debts, loans, taxes, investments, inheritances. It's also the house of extremes and crisis situations and the transformations that we have to go through in life. The ninth house up here is the house of higher learning, like university level education and learning. It's about teaching too, also foreign travel, interest in other cultures, philosophies, religions. Having Pluto in this house over here indicates that Oprah has a very deep understanding of diverse spiritual disciplines. She probably does a lot of research in these areas. And Leo on the cusp of that house might show her as being the queen of expanded consciousness and spirituality in some sense. The 10th house is the house for career and public image or role. This is talking about the career we have trained and aimed for and achieved, rather than the bread and butter job, which is much more a sixth house matter. Oprah has Virgo here, as well as Pallas Athena in the house. This shows she's very detail-oriented and exacting. That's the Virgo influence in her profession, and highly strategic, Pallas Athena, in managing her career. The 11th house here is the house of friends and dreams and long-term goals. It's also the house for media and the internet. It's interesting that Oprah has the MC or the midheaven, a key career point in this house. And she has created a media empire. Finally, the 12th house here is a house of spirituality and all things that are hidden. It is about places of seclusion and retreat, like monasteries, hospitals, and prisons. Traditionally, it was considered the house of hidden enemies. It describes anything we do quietly and behind the scenes. Well, that was a brief whirlwind tour of the most basic significations of the houses. There are many more, in fact. Today, the moon is in Pisces, down here. This is Oprah's 4th house, so things to do with home and family are highlighted for her today. Being at home and enjoying the home are probably very appealing at this time. Mars is currently in Gemini. This indicates current action and activity in partnership issues. Perhaps contracts are being negotiated, or she is working on or developing a key relationship. There's also the potential for conflict with partners. Saturn is currently in her 5th house, down here. It's retrograde. She may have been experiencing some delays or difficulties with a creative project and might now be reworking things, for instance. Jupiter is up here in her 9th house, suggesting she might be learning some mind-expanding knowledge or traveling to faraway places, something that's very beneficial to her. Or perhaps she may have met someone inspirational from overseas. Do you see how it works? Let me know in the comments if you would enjoy some longer videos like this, exploring aspects of astrology in more depth. Thank you so much for listening today, guys. I hope you have the most brilliant Saturday, and astroferret will be back tomorrow with the daily forecast.